Running with the Demon is a 1997 novel by Terry Brooks, and it is the first in his Word and Void trilogy, which is also technically the first chronologically in the Shannara books, though I guess you could start here. This is not where I started Shannara books, and it is only kind of sort of tentatively connected, more so in the third book. So not so much in this first book. So anyways, let's get into it. The story has several introductions. The first is a dangerous man in the apocalyptic ruins of a small town in rural Illinois, among the cornfields, like where I grew up. The town has been burned, and no civilization remains, though apparently Chicago still has some people in it and is kind of a redoubt. Then we have a man waking up in a bus, unsure of which world he is in, and this is John Ross, seemingly the same person. Then we finally have our main character, though John Ross and this are kind of dual main characters. Ness Freemark of Hopewell, Illinois. Malevolent creatures make their home in Mississippi Park in the town she lives in, and this is essentially a urban fantasy novel of a sort, but Ness begins with talking to a forest little sprite. She is a runner, quite exceptional at cross-country for a 14-year-old girl with relations to fairies and magic as well. We also have Robert and Evelyn. They're her grandparents and her guardians. Evelyn shares the gift of magic with her granddaughter. It runs through the female line of their family, though Evelyn hasn't used it in years. Bob deals with the strike business of the steel industry in the town throughout the novel. The demon is being tracked by John Ross, and he hasn't seen him for a week as it nears 4th of July. The demon himself was once human, and we don't learn about its past life, though we do learn about some of the things it's done in its past while it was a demon throughout the novel. So while pretty much a YA novel, considering our protagonist being 14, it's pretty adult in themes, and even how Brooke handles it, he does a good job. It's dark as Shannara often is. I think it hits urban fantasy rather well, and I think it does with touching on contemporary problems in urban fantasy. I think that's a good use of it, more so to say than Dresden does from the little experience I have reading that. We do have cosmic entities, like the Word is some supernatural, divine, maybe being, and it's kind of neutral, concerned with balance, not itself good or evil, though it seems like it's often fighting evil and not good, obviously. So somehow Nest is key to preventing the nuclear fallout that could come and rampaging demons. The story has 2 parts, the one in our world and the one in the terrible remnant left after its destruction, the slatters and dreams in the future, or a potential future, if the things in the main and current timeline go awry, which it is set in the year it's published, 1997. We do have quite a cast of characters, friends, aides, more than friends, enemies to our 2 main characters. Largely, these are classmates of Nest's, but also some other people around town, like people who work at steel industry, people who work at a local diner or whatever, right? To me, knowing this connects to Shannara, and was an early idea of Brooks, actually, who, in his original source Shannara even, he had the idea of making his setting post-apocalyptic, which was really kind of edited out to appeal to more Tolkien-esque stuff at the time. So it's nice that he was able to go back and do a little bit of define the genre that really Brooks really cemented as a thing anyways. So I do think he does a good job here. I will say that of the 3 books in this series, this one's probably my favorite. The second one's really good too. Third one, not quite as good. But I don't know if I would recommend starting Shannara here. It's probably not a terrible place to start, as there are at least a couple more books after this one, after the trilogy, I should say, that connect it more to Shannara, that get into the more of the apocalyptic stuff. So, like Armageddon's Children in particular. Anyways, it was enjoyable. I very much enjoyed this one. Again, it kind of made me nostalgic for home, as I haven't spent really any significant amount of time in Illinois for a number of years. So anyways, Lane from Lean's I'll catch you next time.